Hi everyone, Rex Silver from the Garage Barbershops in Queensland, and we're here at the Milkman headquarters in Sydney, and we're talking beards. This is Todd, and today we're going to have a look at what Todd's got with his facial hair and any issues he might have, specifically patchiness in his beard. Okay, with Todd, he has got a little patchy spot just on his cheek. Now, it's a full, it could be an old scar, it could be some alopecia, but it's definitely a little patch that's just not growing hair. A solution, and a very simple solution to this sort of patchiness, if you've got it on your cheeks, which a lot of guys do get on their cheeks, sometimes they get it underneath, is to just maybe perhaps grow some hair behind it just a little bit longer to cover it up. Just like guys might comb their hair over a little bit if they've got a widow's peak, or if they're going, thinning on top. It's the same sort of thing. Camouflage. Camouflage the little patch that you might have with hair that you've already got. Whereas on the other side, yes, his growth is finer, but it's very even. So in doing that, and again, like we yesterday in yesterday's beard tutorial, let's look at the strengths that the gentleman's got with his beard growth. What's nature given him naturally? Great shadow and great thickness and even sparsity underneath. So let's tidy up under here, give him a great line, so that he has the appearance. Today he'll have the appearance of having a short, long, full beard that's nice and thick underneath. We're going to, his hairline is a beautiful natural curve this way, and then comes up, and it actually goes quite thick here. So I'm going to continue that curve and just bring it up into a nice curve here. Not so much a real into a fine point, but just to accentuate, just cutting this little bit off here. And it's the little things like this that make big differences in the end, because when people are looking and the eye is just looking at someone, it assesses things so quickly, and it's all about balance. So if you create something that has a lovely balance to it, people find that quite pleasing to the eye, because the eye is not being stressed out looking at things that are unbalanced. I'm just going to do my outline gently, and then come back with my razor, of course. I'll get my trusted Beardman Bakelite comb. Yeah, doing something like this, and especially with fine hair, I do like to use the Bakelite over the peach wood. We don't have a really thick beard here that we're trying to get through, so if it was a thicker beard, I'd probably use the peach wood comb. I really love to work with profiles, so I like my customer, the gentleman, just have a natural angle with his neck to be very comfortable. These are very, very subtle changes, but give you big differences, because it's all the illusion of light and dark when you're seeing beards. Taking away shadow where you don't need it, and creating light where you can see the skin, etc. already gives you an amazing different look, you know. And as such, it's not an amazing, it's not a huge thing we're doing. We're not doing. Be careful inverting your beret. I like to use the wild berets. They're very, very effective tool. But inverting these, you have to be very careful. Just very, very light tension against the skin, because you can cut. Gentlemen, you can pull. If you've got a thick beard, be very, very careful. On fine hair, you're fairly safe. Just freehand in. You're going to want to have the beard that's closest to the skin the shortest, and of course at the chin the longest. So just taper from the longest part of the chin backwards, back to the hair there. And that'll eliminate flaring out too. I've probably got a triple chin, so my beard tends to flare out a lot underneath, so the shorter I've got it, closer to my neck, the better for me. And it's the same with everyone, but it could be more of a problem for others than it is for some. Just read what nature's giving you naturally. How sparse the hair is on the cheeks can determine how you draw your line. He's got a beautiful natural line there, so just accentuate that. You know, you can do obvious shapes. We could cut it right out there and make it look very square, and that's quite alternative and what's the word I'm looking for?
Edgy.
It's edgy, but it's very you know, that maybe is enough edginess for this sort of style that we're doing, because essentially when you're dealing with thinner parts and patchy bits, you're talking softness. So I don't think this is the type of beard to do an obviously you know, detailed outline. Definitely works with guys with olive skin and really dark beards that have very, very thick beards. You can really do those, you know, fine lines and details out. A few little wild hairs adds to what we're doing, and I think with this sort of beard you need to have it a little bit wildish, a nice neat shape, a little wildish, because we are growing, you know, we have got these longer bits on his cheeks here, you know, and we're doing that for a purpose. So it's again, it's back to detailing and making the most of what you have got, and not trying to do something that you haven't got, if that makes sense. It's great, you know, you really have to do the shape to the individual. It's great to walk in with an idea and say, I really love this one, but it may not be possible at the end of the day with what you're actually being given with Mother Nature. So you can chip into it and texturize it like you would with short hair, perhaps, you know, on a micro level, because it's a moustache. And again, it looks good, a little wild and rugged in there, because it suits the colour to have a little bit rugged. Right now, I'm really into, I love even my most detailed beards. I'm liking to keep a little roughness and edginess at the ends, at the chin, even on my long beards. Subtle changes, no major transformations, but I think it's not about that. I think it's about giving the gentleman what's going to suit him most and what's going to make him look as attractive as he can look. I think that's our job, to interpret the latest sort of shapes that are trending, but adapt them to the individual. I'm going to tidy up and do a line here with my cutthroat. I think it's going to work nicely here, just a little bit of sharpness above here, because we're going straight into the, it'll sort of camouflage again that we're masking, I think, because the eye will be drawn to a nice sharp line, and this shadow will be filled in, and it'll add to the sharpness of the whole thing, and I think detract from any, you know, from the fact that you are a bit patchier here. People will just be drawn straight down to the heaviness you've got underneath. Before I put the hot towel on, I'm going to use some of the Milkman Razor Rail pre-shave oil. This makes the skin very supple. It starts pre-softening the whiskers. It's a great base to have underneath your shaving gel in the Razor Rail range as well. Adds a bit of extra glide. The benefit, of course, of the pre-shave oil and then hot towels, which you can't see through the video, is these amazing aromas that we're getting right now. Just beautiful scents of these aromatherapy oils that are in these products. Just coming to life with the heat of the towel. It's really adds to the experience. You can already see Todd's closed his eyes, he's away. It's a very relaxing experience. I like to gently massage sometimes. If I'm just doing a beard line up and you've got your razors prepared, you've got your brush soaking in hot water so the bristles are getting nice and full, and it's just nice to have that contact with the client. You're only doing it for 30 seconds rather than just walk away with a hot towel over his face. Just gently massage what you're doing, have that contact with the customer. It's a great experience having a shave, and it's only cheeks and neck, so it's not like it's a full head shave. It's a quite quick experience. So sometimes you might feel a bit ripped off and go, oh, is that it? So, you know, add a little bit more by giving a little massage with the hot towel. It feels good. I think that we're getting right into right now with our Milkman shaving products. I know I've already put some oil on the skin to pre-soften the whisker and to get the skin nice and supple, but I've also put a hot towel over that, so some of the oil's been absorbed in because it's beautiful and natural, and it's not going to sit just on top of on top of the skin. But I've also taken a lot of it off with that hot towel. So the new technique that we've been doing, new technique for me anyway, for the last couple of days, a couple of drops of oil and then a little squirt of the gel. So it's a double whammy. Emulsify them together. When I say emulsify, it still stays transparent, which is fantastic. So now I've just got it looks like I've got zero product, but I haven't. It's an amazing fine film that I'm putting over Todd's face, on his cheeks and on his neck. Again, it looks like there's nothing there because if you're used to using shaving creams, etc., you're going to have, you know, a couple of centimeters thick of shaving cream. I've got a fine film of you know, combined products that are giving me a great glide, which is what you want. So whiskers nice and soft, and I've got my product on. You can see that's just a fantastic glide. Lots of nice tension. Todd's got fine skin, sensitive skin by the looks of it, so he would probably rash up quite easily. I'm still going through doing just the final little points. Tiny little whisker here, tiny little whisker there. And I haven't had to re-dampen, I haven't had to reapply. I've still got... The oil has helped keep the gel active longer. And the preparation that we put in with the hot towel and pre-softening the whiskers with the oil in the first place is now paying off. It's all about the preparation. You can't over prepare when you're going to use a razor. It's just, the softer you've got the whisker, the longer you let that soften, the easier your job's for you. It cuts everything. You know, using the right tools is the key, and preparation is the key. Yeah. So I'm just going to give Todd a little cool towel massage to freshen him up. So what we're doing is a dry shampoo, you would think, on Todd's beard using the 2-in-1 shampoo. It's, again, this is only possible because it's all natural ingredients. There's no detergents, there's no parabens, there's no sulfates, there's no petrochemicals, there's no animal fats. So we can, it's just totally disappeared and absorbed into Todd's beard, and it's beautiful and soft now. Finish off with a little bit of beard balm, about the size of a pea. This is going to, it's very subtle, it's a very subtle product, but it's all you're going to need to keep this hair across here that we're camouflaging. So today we were looking at the strengths and weaknesses of Todd's beard. Todd has a small bald spot here. We're not quite sure what that is. It could be a little bit alopecia, it could be a scar from when Todd was young. There's obviously no scar there now, but there's a lot of different reasons people have small spots in their beards that don't grow, and Todd's got one here. So as a solution, we're growing the beard on his cheeks a little bit longer, so he will continue to grow those another centimetre or so. That'll camouflage it fully. Right now you may not see the benefits of how you can see where we're going with it, but you might be able to still see that there's a little bit of a patch there. But as these hairs grow a bit longer, that'll fix that up. Are we going to do that on the other side? Maybe not, but does it matter? Not really, because the effect that we're after is a visual effect of what's going to work on this side may not be necessary on that side, but we're only talking maybe a centimetre and a half difference in length, and because Todd's got fine hair up here, it's not going to look overly bulked up. So it's all about trying to find a solution to fix the little problem that we've got, and we're going to try that. So we're starting that now. We're going to try and fill that little patch in with longer hair from behind it.